Kingston Powerhouse has a whole new life these days as the Canberra Glassworks. There you can not only view the glass art, you can watch much of it being made. Each year the Glassworks plays host to the Ranamok Glass Prize, a competition for artists across Australia and New Zealand. The winner this year, as well as a number of the finalists, were all from Canberra. Kate Evans went to look at their work.
Every day you're drinking from a glass, you're looking through a glass window, etc. But when it moves into a material that's used for artwork, in some ways it brings some of that information with it, but then goes a whole lot further. And some of the process of glass making is thrilling. It's dramatic, it requires a significant team to create the work at times, and it's a great spectacle for an audience as well.
So which of these works are by the local artists?
Well, this piece here is by Annette Blair, called Friday Afternoon. It's all of these vessels are blown and then hand painted to create a beautiful portrait piece. Richard Whiteley's piece, Conan Plain, is a beautiful cast glass piece, as you can see, with a solid turquoise colour in there with a framing of clear glass. And then over here we've got Jenny Martinello's two pieces, Fish Trap and Eel Trap. Jenny's a local Indigenous artist. Has had a really long association with the glassworks over the last 3 or 4 years. This year's winner is Masahiro Asaka, whose winning piece, Surge, is a most extraordinary piece of art. You get a sense of the gravity and flow of the glass in his piece, the danger of it, the brittleness. There's some quite scary, sharp edges to it as well, but it's also got a gentleness and a very thoughtful quality to the piece. It's incredibly innovative work as well. There's no one in the world that I've seen that's making work quite like Masahiro's.
I get a lot of inspiration from looking at Mother Nature. When I was little, my dad often took me to the mountain climbing, and that's where I developed this sense of how to perceive nature. When you get up to certain altitude, you're pretty much surrounded by rocks, and when you get there, then you kind of feel that, well, there's some force or some energy that surrounds me, and I felt the sense of awe. What I also look at, in glass is that this duality of glass. That it looks light, but at the same time, it is heavy. It is a solid material. So I kind of like this kind of duality. That it does look like ice, but at the same time, this is being formed inside of the kiln, which is really, really hot, like extreme environment. So the idea here is that this mold inside the kiln, it's empty, and by just adding layers of those flip glass, those crushed glass, I'm trying to make layers of this transition. When the piece comes out, I give a really good clean and put it on the table, light it, then just decide what I'm going to do next. So often what I end up doing is that I just some part, those solid area where the most heat went through, it becomes completely solid, and that's where I can do a bit of grinding and curving, polishing. So I do a bit of that to try to make a contrast between this smooth surface that again, this is my control, and the other part that I don't touch. It is formed by nature. So there's a coexistence in my work. between Mother Nature and my control over the nature, or my desire to control the nature.
Masahiro, this is your piece Surge that won the Renamont Prize. Can you tell me about it?
Well, my work is really very much about the glass, what material does. So I'm trying to bring out the beauty, what it does, and looking at the property of, what glass does. So as you can see, these, pointy bits here, it's being created by itself inside the kiln. So when glass heated up, sticks to the mold material, and because of the gravity, it gets stretched and forms these pointy bits.
And they sing as well.
Yes, it does. See? Yeah, it makes a quite beautiful sound, and I really love it. But I can do this only because I'm the artist. So please do not do this because it can hurt you really badly. I mean, these are really sharp.
So don't touch.
Please. Winning the prize, it is, it gives me a lot of opportunity to fail in a way, make a lot of mistakes, and because this is what my work is about. That just doing a lot of experiment and a lot of failures, and I've been learning a lot from those mistakes. So winning a 15 grand, that's gives them a lot of opportunity.
Glass is really labour intensive as a medium. Some parts of the process, like glass blowing, can appear to be really quick, relatively speaking, but usually there's also a lot of preparation that occurs beforehand, and then quite a lot of finishing that occurs after that blow-in process. Then there's a piece like Masahiro's work that takes a good month, sometimes 2 months from start to finish, and has many, many stages to it. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes on in order to create work like that.
The exhibition will be at the Glassworks until the 22nd of September.